Welcome back to Torque and Throttle. Today, the climate was very favorable, and now I've got a very interesting bike with me. That is the all-new Hunter 350 from Royal Enfield. You all would have seen this bike getting a lot of hype in the social media, and now finally it is out in our market. And to be frank, this is not the typical RE which you have seen from years, even though it shares the same J platform engine. To know what are the differences and how this bike performs, do watch the video till the end. And if you are first time visiting our channel, do help us out by subscribing to our channel. So directly jumping into the design and styling of this Hunter 350. To the front, you can see this halogen setup which is seen in the Meteor 350 as well as in the Classic 350. And then you have the suspension with a rubber cover on it, adding to the aesthetics of this bike. And then coming to what stands out in the design is this 13-liter fuel tank, which has a nice yellow design and a dual tone design in this Metro versions. And talking about the color options, this model comes in 8 color options, in which 2 of them are for the retro option. Then the next thing is the side panels. These are also completely new, and it has the Hunter 350 badging on both the sides. And coming to the back, what you have in this particular model is a LED tail lamp, and then you get a nice grab handles which the pillion gets a good grip to hold to. And remaining part of the styling is the silencer. It's a short one and it does get a sporty noise or an exhaust note. I'll just give a shot of it to you guys right now. This might be one of the reasons which this is going to distinguish between the Meteor 350 and the Classic 350, even though it is sharing the same engine. Now talking about the overall changes in the dimension, this bike is much smaller than its siblings, and it has a 20 mm lesser wheelbase than the Classic 350 and a 30 mm lesser wheelbase than the Meteor 350. And then talking about the ground clearness, you get 150 mm ground clearness in this particular bike, and it doesn't affect when you ride on bad roads because the suspension is much stiffer than its siblings. And then talking about the wheel size, at the front you get 110 70 17-inch tires, and at the back you get 140 70 17-inch tires. And then for this variant, that is the Metro, you get alloy wheels, and for the Metro version you get the steel tires, which adds to that classic vibe of the bike, and it might be appealing to some of them but not to all of them. And then talking about the seat comfort, it's very good, and the padding and cushioning is too excellent in this particular bike. And talking about the seat height, it has a 800 mm seat height, so making it comfortable for all type of riders. So the versatility is just great in this model, and this is going to attract a lot of new buyers. Talking about features, you get the very same speedometer that is seen in the Meteor 350 with the same detailing, which includes the gear number, the trip meter, the fuel gauge, and even the clock. But there's a small changing in the font of the speed, and you can see the handlebar. It's a pretty wide handlebar, very comfortable, and you get the same switch quality which is seen in the Meteor as well as in the Classic 350. Now since we are done with the design, detailing and the dimensional changes which is done to the Hunter 350, it's big time that we take this bike to the roads and check out how the bike performs. Hunter 350 is powered with the very same 350cc J platform engine that proved its refinement and performance in the Classic and Meteor 350. It maintains the same power figure of 20.4 horsepower at 6100 rpm and a max torque of 27 Nm at 4000 rpm. Royal Enfield has claimed they have remapped the engine, but in our ride today, we weren't able to find much difference. Instead, we get that very same punchy low end and mid-range which made the Royal Enfield fanboys grinning from years. The Hunter 350 has become slightly more responsive, and it gets a bit sporty exhaust note comparatively. The bike can comfortably cruise in between 80 and 100 km/h, and attaining this speed is a very easy job in this bike. with 0 to 60 kmph around 5 seconds and a 0 to 100 kmph around 14 seconds, thereby being quicker than its siblings. Refinement is top notch and there is zero vibration squeaking in top speeds. Talking about fuel efficiency, you can expect it to be in between 35 to 37 kmph. With the reduced weight of 181 kilos, the bike's handling is very nice and it changes direction with ease. Riding in a traffic jam isn't a big deal anymore for this RE, with its improved rake angles and lightweight chassis. There isn't much changes in the braking performance of the bike. The setup is the one which is seen in its siblings, and as I mentioned earlier in my Royal Enfield Classic and Meteor 350 review, you have to be hard on the brakes for a sudden stop, but it doesn't mean that it is not assuring. Coming to suspension setup, we get 41mm telescopic fork at the front and a twin shock absorber setup at the back. But this time, the rear part is a bit firm or on the rigid side, giving the pillion as well as the rider a taste of the porthole you tend to jump. But that might be one of the reasons for this agile character of the bike. So, the Hunter 350 is going to be one of the best bikes in its segment with its surprising performance and package without any doubt. And this isn't the typical Enfield which is heavy and rugged. It's a nimble, playful and an attractive bike with no doubt in its segment. Like other REs, this one too comes with plenty of customization options, which includes the foot peg, the color options, the addition of a rear back support and a set of new LED indicators, a windshield and so on. So you can customize it to a next level with the RE setup itself. So with the pricing which is starting from 1.5 lakh which goes till 1.65 lakhs, this is the most affordable Royal Enfield till date, and it's going to attract a lot of new buyers because of the reduced weight and the sporty look, not just looks but agile performance in its character. So this was one of the Royal Enfield which we all expected to come soon or to be unveiled soon. So for more queries or any other doubts, you can just put up in the comment section. And do not forget to subscribe to Torque and Throttle. Thank you all. See you in my next video.